Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Content and Creations, episode 23, The Extinction of Crapshacks. So, going way, way back, the very first days of Alpha, that was the first times we saw Crapshacks. Someone claims an area, they use the delete tool to dig the area out. They might not have even had their heal tool yet, because if you folks remember, you actually had to earn your tools. You actually had to craft your initial tools in the very early, in fact, actually through most of the lifetime of Landmark, that was the case. So, people would delete an area, and then it's like, well, shoot, that's great. Now I can't even restore it because I don't have the heal brush yet. Whether or not that was their goal, maybe they just want to delete it out and leave their tools there. That really was a true crap shack. So, those are gone. People only do those to be ironic or because they're just doing something real quick. Eventually they're going to turn it into a workshop space. But because we have the gallery system, because the map is a lot better and draw distance and LOD is a lot better, we don't have to worry about crap shacks. I got to the point where I could spot a crap shack half a mile away and just, move on to the next place. But that hasn't been necessary, not only because I don't have to actually traverse the map anymore, but also, you don't have to, go anywhere that isn't listed. If somebody doesn't have something built up, they generally won't put any labels on it, so you won't even find it in the gallery. So, it's a pretty nice sort of thing. So, Crapshacks, they're gone. They're dead. They're extinct. A year after the first time we really got to play the game ever, that problem that was, so big and glaring at first is gone. It's not here. It is disappeared. So, so we have an item that I have received, and I wanted to read it off here from the Landmark team. Congratulations, you survived year 0. Greetings, Landmarkians. Can you believe it's already been a year since Landmark entered Alpha? And what a year it has been. Landmark has grown by leaps and bounds, and your support has been critical to Landmark's growth. Please join us in celebrating year 0 of Landmark and accept these gifts as a token of our appreciation and thanks for all the help and patience over the last year. Thank you. Landmark team. No, Kylans, there was no interesting ideas in Crab Shacks. They were just dug out areas with nothing in them. So, let's take it. Let's see just what we get in this bag of goodies. Dang, my bags are already kind of full here. Maybe I should make a little space first. Yeah. Let me make a little space first. Just, throw down some emitters in some places. Some light. Alright. What's this? Ooh! Year 0 trophy! Oh, we'll have to check that out. I'll just put it up there for the moment. So, how's everybody doing today? Bad Viking, Comrest, Kylens, Ogre Snot, Pie Wing, Quipman, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see y'all. Let's drop a couple more of these, just get them out of the way for now. And these. Alright. That should be enough room. Let me move all this stuff back. So the first few slots is what we see and what we get to play with. I should have set this up before the show. Whoops. Oh well. Alright. Let's see. So, where do I put my mailbox? Alright. Building, yep. Well, sometimes you aren't building. Oh. Did it automatically open the box? I guess it did. So there was the Year Zero trophy. Was there anything else? Let's see, my loot bag. Survivor's outfit and gift. So where is this survivor's outfit? Oh, here it is. So let's see it, everybody. Huh. Interesting. What an interesting suit. Hey, Pone Dandy, how you doing? Is that Pone Dandy or Pwned Andy? Well, there's the suit here that I got, and there's the trophy. So let's check out our trophy here. That's pretty cool. It's just a spinning landmark thing here, huh? Tweak mode. Let's kind of move it up here and scale it up. There we go. Come. I'll trade you. Black one for blue one. Let's do that after the show. I'm gonna write that down. Actually, I should probably be looking to get a purple one, because that's what I'm all about. So this is a neat little sort of thing here. It, I can see it being used for a lot of things. Anything from sticking it in a wall and having it look like it's the monitor screensaver, or something, you know, that's just like a waiting logo of some sort. If you hide the bottom half or do something else with it, this actually could be like a an inkwell for a big you know, quill pen. So that's kind of neat. I like the little light kind of shining off on it. There's probably a lot of ways it could be used. Place yours in the school's courtyard. That's awesome. And welcome. And Phoenix Nation, welcome. Alright, so enough of my hilarious eyesore that doesn't have any more linking and triggering on it, and off to some awesome stuff. Let's see what you've got going. Come on. Nope. There we go. Alright. So there might be a meowy distraction at some point during the show. I think the cat's sleeping in my room somewhere. He didn't want to go outside because the neighbors have a bounce house for their kids while they watch the Super Bowl. And of course, in sunny Southern California, it's more or less a brisk, early summer day. Alright. Alright. So, Kinos. It's not Kinos, it's Kinos, apparently. And that looks very much like a roof that would go on a house in Kinos. I like it. Windows look nice and reinforced, very sturdy. Right here, I'm thinking maybe have the wood there instead of having the roof tiles. And I'm saying that for two reasons. One, it's a really weird, odd place to have to fit roof tiles in a spot like this. And for another, I think having it frame up the window will help communicate it better in the distance. Whether or not that's how it's represented in the style guide, when I look at it from here, it looks a little interesting. I mean, I like the kind of layering effect that comes from having the darker wood on the inside, but again, that also gets cut off on the bottom. And I think most folks would be seeing these windows from below. So from down here, yeah. 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 There we go. Does that read a little bit better? What do you folks think? I guess the one unfortunate thing with it is it kind of really highlights this artifact right here. If there's a way you'd be able to clean this up, it would probably be the only other detail I would say. But I know this is just an early state for everything, so I'm not going to get too specific about things. It is very nice. I really like the look of it. Very nice silhouette. It's got a lot of the elements that we see in the style guide represented, kind of representing a little bit of different cultures. This piece going all the way through actually reminds me quite a bit of the Karen stuff, especially with this kind of detail coming off of it. That's actually some sort of stuff that I believe we did kind of see, not this exactly, but that sort of stuff, plus the rope, plus the glowing rocks. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like the wood beams here with a little separation between them. That's nice. It makes it a little airy. Gives a place for all the smoke and everything to vent, which is something that I always harp on. So definitely great job with that. I'm actually going to inspect it from the inside, but first let's keep kind of looking at what we've got here. Yeah, I know, calm. And hi, Botsy Boots. Australia gal, welcome, welcome. So, I really like these little details here. That's actually really nice, and I like the way it has that little extra reflection, gets a little extra shine. That's nice. It's just a little bit to add some extra character. The controls have been really funky for me, like grappling around, trying to glide and stuff, and it'll do some weird things. If anybody else has been having some oddness with the controls, let me know, because this might be something we need to kind of help them out with a little bit. I really like this. I just see that you're using the urn here for kind of the water spout. One thing I want to say though, is it intended to have a little bit of grass coming through here? I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. I just want to know if it's intentional or not. Also, there's a weird pinch going on with the water here. It doesn't go on the other side, so you might be able to just copy paste it over and it'll be just fine. But this one's got a little bit of oddness compared to the other side here. Glowing crystals to represent mage light. That does what we're talking about. You know, so you use mage light. We use light bulbs. These crystals are easy to change out as light bulb. Gotcha. Sliding motion, just straight up. Gotcha. Gotcha, kill. Yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, I really like this. Is just a nice detail of its own. You just kind of walk up and, oh, hey, this is a nice little fountainy thing here. Those are actually some pretty nice columns. Almost like an anvil shape going on here, like a hammer shape. That's pretty. Whether or not that's intentional, I like it. I see you're doing the same thing, a little bit of the same sort of details up there. That's nice. More of the mage lights hanging out. Yep. If you wanted, you could possibly even Karenize it a little bit and make one or two of these just one of these just a little bit longer than the other one. Add a little bit of contrast to it. Or not. Maybe not. Because, they'd be like, hey, I don't really care that much. And then humans are like, oh, well, if you don't care, then I'm going to even it up. That's what humans are going to sound like. Warcraft 2 peasants. Righto. Job's done. Right. Let's go inside. Ooh, hey. That's some nice detail. I really like that pattern. I like the pattern, and I like that it's broken up in this way. That's really sweet. These are a little interesting to put in here. It seems like with the other materials being a little more, connective, this actually almost throws things off for me because this is just painted in detail while everything else, it basically looks like the surface with, full cuts in it. So it's just because there isn't enough depth being represented in the materials is why I say this might kind of detract from it a little bit. Once again, just my own opinion. Obsidian might work a little bit better because I feel like the depth of the cracks is more easily represented. But I don't know if you're looking to have it dark here. Just my opinion on it. What's this? Oh, you got some prop you're using for the column there. That's nice. Which obsidian is this? This is rough obsidian. You could even use one of the textured obsidians, I think. That alone, though, gives a really nice contrast because it's got that extra shininess to it. So when you walk in, it's just, it really, really contrasts. This here in the middle I like. I like the look of that. The raw obsidian, yeah, that works. Yeah, definitely play around with it and see what you like, but I'm So far, I think the obsidian, whether you go shiny or you go textured, is going to give a lot more detail and a lot more depth relative to all the cuts and stuff. See, because when you go up to it, it looks a lot deeper because it's already kind of dark. Propmancer. It's the bottom of the iron and gold lamppost turned upside down. That's awesome, Com. That is super smart. Damn. Looks nice. This wall doesn't look barren because it's got enough stuff to kind of frame it. There's the detail up here. There's a little bit of the kind of detail down here. Is this just... That looks like it's just the brick material that's giving those little grooves here and there. That's kind of interesting. Like the large brick. If you wanted, I could see hanging something across here. The one thing that I want to address, though, and this goes all the way back to the Karen builds, to have a chunk of wood sticking through a wall, but it's not being used as like a structural support piece of some sort, or isn't, you know, going through to another strong piece somewhere else. I feel like this would actually be increasing the weakness and vulnerability rather than improving upon it in any way or embellishing upon it. So that's definitely, you know, it's... I kind of like the way the brick meets here. You know, it looks like this was kind of intentionally placed there. But the concern that I have with it is that not being, you know, long enough that it's connected to anything. Yeah, because I mean, if it goes all the way through, it looks a lot more structural, you know? That's just my opinion on it. Um, let's see. What's the width of these here? This is 6 wide. I would recommend giving these stairs just a little bit more space, maybe 1 or 2 voxels wider, and maybe make it a little less steep, because the camera kind of clips on this piece right here, and that you know, I don't know, they kind of talk about that stuff a little bit. To me, it's not that big of a deal, but it might be distracting. I guess you only do it once, so it's not really that distracting. Maybe if you're trying to chase somebody. The arch under the stairs. Let's take a look at that. It is pretty nice. Being made of solid stone. Because that's a really large chunk of stone being used to set in that arch. Would it make more sense if it was made of plaster? I was just thinking, I'm looking at some of these and it's like, okay, that's, you know, these are some kind of large pieces of stone. If they're not having the help of dark elves, I don't know how much they can, you know, manipulate stone and, you know, make solid pieces and stuff like this, or how much they go out and, you know, collect giant chunks of stone that they can then carve down into something like this. And once again, that might be just a nitpicky sort of thing, but I'm wondering if maybe for some of these large things, a darker plaster would make more sense. It's kind of a tough call. I really like the look of it, but there probably is a material that could be used that, yeah, let's see, let's see. Yeah, you know, that's not too bad. It blends with the brick a little bit better, and if that's not what you're looking for, there's other ones that you can use. Yeah, so that's the plastered wall. And then we have some other plasters, don't we? No, it's the stuccos I'm thinking of. Oops. What do you folks think? I actually think I like it more. I think it makes a lot more sense this way. Um, that's just my own personal opinion on it. Use the plastic, could even use the stucco. Hmm. Cool. While you're working on that, there is one other thing I kind of wanted to look at. I wanted to see kind of what you did for your solution up here to reinforce the tiles, and what you've done here is, you know, absolutely lovely. I really like the way this is done here. You've got the wood clearly backing it on the inside, very sturdy and secure. And then beyond that, it's got the hardwood, the burled wood, to help support everything, keep everything in place. Very nice, well reinforced. You don't even really see the glass from the outside. It's only on the inside that you can actually see clearly that it's glassed over. Or maybe it isn't actually glassed over on both of them. My mistake. But it's pretty awesome. Very well done. I like this little rope and stuff hanging here. It's like a crane to be able to bring things to the second floor. I could even see a platform being attached to this, having it split like a knot here, and have it split 4 ways for a platform that actually comes up to the edges here. And if you were going to do something like that, I could even see adding like a couple of wooden pieces here, like a couple of wooden pegs on both sides that are supposed to be kind of flipped outward when the platform is in the up position. So once the rope is tied off here, it's also got a couple other things for to make it safer for loading and unloading. Because that way, it's, you know, it's just being held by its weight on some pegs, and the rope is still there to support, rather than, you know, kind of dangling back and forth a little bit. You know, maybe I should have worn the other shirt, the EQ shirt that I've got, the kind of throwback one, that was actually the one I got at the Year of EverQuest event last year, which was fun. It's cool stuff. I could see something neat being used in that space too. Hey, Fazicus, how's it going? You know, I'm actually going to take a screenshot of this. This itself is worth noting. There we go. Nakupenda, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. All right. Alright, let's look back at it down here. Yeah, you know, I think this actually works out a lot better. And with this being like this, I'm wondering if all of the stone should be replaced with the plaster. It's just a lot of stone, like this piece right here. That's a lot of, you know, a solid piece of stone to have to find and move and put in place, especially if this is also stone up here that it's connected to. I know they like their stone and want to work with it as much as possible, but at the same time, they're building up Kinos with what they've got available, and it might be easier to cut down some trees than to, you know, haul off 10-ton, 20-ton bricks from a mountain, from a giant quarry, excuse me, and you know, bring them over and do what you need to with them. What the heck? What the heck? Do these things change color and level of detail? They do. That's weird. Does that happen for anybody else? That's so weird. Why does it do that? At this level of detail, they're yellow, then they're green, and then they're yellow again. Okay, we're gonna have to report that one. Whoops. Pone Dandy. Results in the... Derek, you're gonna have to tell me how to pronounce that one. No Guariups. Hello everybody and welcome. I see my follower alerts are not showing up properly, so let me adjust that. No, Beowulfs, I'm not playing in max settings. I've got textures to max, but everything else is low. Multi-threading gave me more performance, but it also required me to limit some of the stuff a little bit differently. So there was some good and some bad with it. Kinos doesn't have many trees around. Gotcha. Well, here's a question, Bad Viking. What did Kinos have a lot of near it? It's really nice. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I'll have to go back in and check that out again. Whoops. That's neat. There's a teeny little window. I wonder if this should be framed a little bit differently. Either way, there's a little scrap of some unclean voxels inside these windows, so one way or another probably need to be touched up. But I don't know, if the wood goes all the way through, that might communicate just a little bit better. Stones from the mountains? Okay then. So maybe some giant chunks of stone would make sense. Skyspace, they do have the ogres helping them out, so it would make sense. That's neat. Some gigantic arrows or two-handed weapons or something. I don't know. They're really big, whatever they are. Xenoform, welcome, welcome. That also, I think that looks really nice. I think that works. What do you folks think? I mean, I really like the way that the materials go together here. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm gonna get a couple of screenshots of the place while the sun's up and looking nice, and kind of look at some of the other stuff you folks have going on here, because I see little workshopy bits that I kind of want to just look at on their own. But first, oh, dang, that's actually kind of blocking the angle for where I want to take a shot. That's fine. Oh, thank you. Is this a house? Yes, Beowulfs, we know that. A shop. Okay, cool. Oh, okie dokie. Yeah, bad Viking. If I had more time, I would definitely be hitting it with some of my own personal experimentation. Trying to get more ogre, more dwarf, more Karen into it. Like building elf ruins and then building not elf stuff on top of it, basically. Get a detail shot of the roof. Yeah. Well, Lord Underneath, we had so much more time with the ogre stuff and the Karen stuff. We had a lot more variation with those. This, I don't think we're gonna have necessarily the same amount of time to like super experiment. So, reinforced. Oops. Ugh, typos everywhere. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave it at that. There we go. little little uncertain how I wanted to word that there. My apologies. So Bad Viking, you've got a build going on, it sounds like. I'm definitely going to want to check that out. Nice little setup stuff. Looks like another sort of build going. I actually like the cut stones like that. Oh wow, Bad Viking. Yeah, I guess I was bad and didn't check the applications this time. Usually I do. Usually I do. But yeah, we'll be heading on over there. Awesome, amazing stuff. Was there any last stuff that you wanted, any questions or any details on? This is awesome. If this is what the crane system's gonna look like, that's totally cool. Kind of doing the ogre style hamster wheel movement system. Knobwinkle, I believe, had something like that. Oh, this is just a warm-up. That's awesome. Lord Underneath, that's a great question. Alright. Alright. It's all in the same place, is it? You know, let me check real quick. Where you're all the way up here? You know, remind me after the show. I'll make a launcher over to you folks. Alright. There we go. Coolness. Oh, cool. Thanks, Esther. There you go. Alright. Let's go. Damn, we spent almost half the episode there. No complaints, no regrets. That was a lot of fun. That is an awesome build, and for that just to be a warm up, I'm excited to see what the finished product of the real build it's gonna look like. That's awesome. You know, these windows look like they're gonna get broken by a baseball or something at some point. That's awesome, Calm. Yeah, the dance animation's pretty great in this game. Welcome back then. Cool. So, we've got a wall here. This texture, this right here communicates to me that it's solid brick the entire way through. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Wait. Wait. What's this? How do you get in there? What's going on here? Oh, I gotcha. Well, that's awfully nice little wagon carriage thing. That's totally gonna get you wet if you're ever in a rainstorm. I like that, using the diamond tread there to put some finishing touches on this. That's really nice. Diamond tread on the inside? Ooh, you gotta get some diamond tread on the inside of this thing. I know this isn't the build, but fun stuff. Fun stuff. Alright. So that's a lot of stone, but they're manageable sizes of stone. The only place that uses a chunk of stone that's, you know, solid and connected, that's huge, is the foundation here. And what do we say? Plaster and concrete and stuff like that is something that they've mastered, that they understand. Actually, how long has like modern concrete existed? Is that, are we talking like, what, decades, centuries? So looking at this here, you know you gotta get something underneath this, right? I'm really liking the angled windows here. And the shutters. Ancient Egyptian times? Well then, there's no reason why concrete can't exist here. So I'd imagine that's what the base is like a poured concrete sort of thing. Okay, okay. So let's go with that. So the foundation here is basically, like I just said, poured concrete, and then we've got blocks going up. These actually kind of look more like, you know, because it's the same material as this, almost more of the same concrete. But actually, as it goes up, it looks a little more kind of stony, stone slab-like. Magic concrete, yeah, exactly, Opsy. And welcome, Murrin. Hey, hey. 688 BC, before the common times. Now, with the brickwork here, I gotta say, this is really nice. This is definitely ogres getting a chance to kind of work their magic. This actually looks very much like a, just because of all the stone, it looks like an ogre built their home in Kinos, and this is what the result is. Is that what you were going for? I know they're, trying to resist dragon's breath as much as they can. The fire and the, melting fluid and acid and everything that comes out of those freaking dragons. All stone. The only place that's not stone is these windows. This is like a late Kinos house right here. This is, Kinos is well established. There have been some battles going on. It's been kind of reinforced and replenished since then. Just using what you can until we get the actual textures. When did they say that we're going to be getting more textures in the banisters? Yeah. Nice fireplace. I like it. Yeah, I do like it. Okay, one tiny little detail. If you want to get really neat with it, have a little chain kind of dangling down that maybe from around here or so, or even all the way from the back, and have it kind of attached to a hook here, and then you can have another length of chain off of it or not, but basically like a pull chain to open and close the flue. Cool. Very cool, Com. So I guess that's the other thing I was going to say. Knowing that these are just temporary materials, I would say this is way too large of a brick to be, in this thin of a space. Anybody who does want to use a brick like this, make sure you give it at least, 12 units in all dimensions or more. Otherwise, it's not going to look right. But that is definitely not. A trigger, smoke emitter, and actual trapdoor. Nice oil. I like the way it's furnished up here. It's is this more of a residence for an individual, or is this a residence for multiple people? Is this like a family living here? Because right now, this seems like a lot of space for an individual to live in. This would have to be some sort of decorated official of some sort, or some business person of some sort having a nice fancy home. Doesn't seem like the standard residence would be this fancy, at least initially. Like I said, all the stone and everything, it really makes me think. I know that's once again temporary, but it makes me think of more of a late Kino sort of thing. Like, we've already established ourselves in the area. We can build with whatever we want, and we can make, we can house one person to a home at this point, or one family to a home. Or a rich pirate. Yeah, maybe. Encompassing build, be used for multiple things. Very cool. Alright. Well, I like the shape of it. I like some of the different window configurations you have, which are supported by the inside of things. Definitely interested in seeing what you're going to do with this. In fact, what are you going to do with this? Is this just going to be a smaller A-frame coming off of it? Or how is this actually going to work out here? I do like the shutters here. Whoops. Oh, right. One side of the roof looks bigger than the other. I'll check that in just a second. I think it's just perspective. There we go. Alright, while I'm waiting for that to send, let's look at anything else really. So, is there anything that we didn't really spot when we were in here earlier? Those are really nice, very simple. No, it's a pretty self-explanatory build going on here. Yeah, they do come. Bad Viking. One thing I would recommend, the absolute simplest linking and triggering that you might want to do is on these shutters. When you open one, it opens the other. When you close one, it closes the other. So that way they're always, in a synchronous state. You could always break that if you don't want that, but it seems like the open and closed is the two settings that you're looking for it. Rather than like half open, half closed sort of thing. And that's how you want it. You just rotate it that way and lock them. But yeah, I don't know. Up to you. Yeah, I know, Bad Viking. The way that you kind of fit them in there more or less hides it. But it isn't, it's not 100% perfect, I know. Okay. So we got a recommendation from Australia Gal. There's also a third floor. Where's our third floor? Oh, there is a third floor. That... Suck 11, welcome, welcome. That is definitely fancy, but it's weird. The way that it looks here is almost a little disorienting because you're looking at some lines that are showing through and some lines that aren't, and they're not quite even. So it's neat. Go with it if you want to, but it's almost got a disorienting effect to it. I wonder if one of the different woods would work a little bit better for it. Yeah, either a texture change or yeah, I guess a texture change would probably be the easiest way to do it. There might be another plank that you can use otherwise. Yeah, non-plank. Yeah. Don't let anybody see the bottom side of this. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, some of the artifacting on these connections is a little weird. I'm not sure what the easiest way to resolve that's going to be. You might just be deleting and then putting in putty. Putty, 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 putty. Putty, 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 putty. Putty. Okay, enough about that. Cool. Anything else? Any other details that you wanted feedback on by any chance? This doesn't appear to be attached to anything. Alright, Erwin. Gotcha. Gotcha, Bad Viking. Very cool. I think this is the place. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, Bad Viking, definitely looking forward to seeing what you end up coming up with, and especially when we get the new materials, what you end up doing with it. Should be pretty cool.